Hey guys, how's it going? I thought I'd make a video on this subject. I know we were trying to do this before, and we were running into some problems trying to find people were looking for whip hose, for Graco whip hose. Everybody's like, man, nobody has it. And we're going to talk about whip hoses in this video in a little bit. It's kind of windy outside, so just bear with me as we get some static and stuff like that. But first I'm going to do this because I didn't want you guys to just open up the video with static. So what I'm going to do is show you, here's the part number, Graco hoses. You can call my sales rep at Vista Paint, Steve Canales. He can order these. So here we are, 6 feet. They used to have a 5 feet, now they have a 6 feet. So they have a 3 foot, is it a 4.5, 1/8, 3/16. They've got, I usually use this, I think I usually use the 3/16. Yeah, the 3/16, 3 foot, 4.5, and 6 foot. There is the part number right there. So to the left, there's the part number right there. So I'll just kind of hang out. You can always pause the video, check that out, and get those part numbers. That's for Graco hose. So most commonly, guys are using 3 foot whips. Again, I use, I like the old Blue Max 1. They don't make it anymore. I think they have a extreme duty now hose. I'll show you that in the part number real quick as well. Let's take a look at that. So here's the extreme duty part numbers right here. Extreme duty. Look at that. Extreme duty air hose. There's your part numbers there. They have for up to 4,500 pounds. These have the metal braided inside. So this is the one to look for if you really want good air, paint hose. This is the Blue Max 2, and the Blue Max 2, the issue with that is it can kink, where these here are so much better. You can special order these. Here's the part numbers for them. There you go, 50 foot, 1/4 inch, 50 foot. That's 3/8. That's big stuff. 1/2 inch. That's for if you're doing last American. If you're going to run like 300 feet of hose, you start with 1/2 inch, go to 3/8, then go to 1/4. You know, if you're going to really run like a long hose and you want less resistance, that's when you do that. I mean, most of the time, most people are not going to be doing that. So your typical 1/4 inch is what you're looking at, the 50 feet. I don't know. I've never bought a 100-foot straight piece. I always buy 50s, and then I'll put sections in, because then I can cut it in half if I want to. I can take half of the hose off, so 50-foot sections. Extreme duty, though, I think is the, I don't know, maybe that replaced this Blue Max 1. I don't know. I'm gonna get some of that, because that's the only one I only like, that only Blue Max 1. The Blue Max 2 is just really, I don't know, it can kink. It just, I don't know. I've seen people blow that stuff up, get a kink in it, and then the pressure builds up too much and it blows up. Yeah, not what I want to deal with. And typically I change my line every couple of years. I mean, I haven't been doing that because I don't paint as much as I used to. When I was painting all the time, I was doing a lot of interiors. I would replace my hose regardless of how it looked every 2 years. And that was a good idea, just to stay safe, keep that stuff from happening, keep issues from happening. Everything I'm doing now is pretty much outside, so hardly any interiors. And in fact, nothing I'm spraying really. It's very rarely I ever do one, and my guys will use their rig because they're doing interiors more often than me. But let me show you this spray hose, the whip I use. Now I like a longer whip. I guess these are 6 feet. I was just measuring it up. I thought they were 5, but they're 6 feet. I use the longer whip. So the reason why I use a longer whip is typically a lot of times you'll be holding your spray line with one hand, okay, and you'll be spraying with the other hand. But there's times when you're using a cardboard shield a lot, stuff like that, where you want that longer whip, okay? And the reason you want that is because, see, when I'm holding my gun right now. Look where that section is. My next section is where the connector is on the ground. So that is where your line is heavier, okay? So the whip hose is lighter, it's more agile, it moves around easier, you get better control with the whip hose, okay? That's why you have a whip, instead of just having just that thick line going right to your gun. you have a whip hose. So what that does is that gives you better control when you're spraying. So if you have less weight, if that weight's pulling down on your hand, and it's pulling down like here, you lose control. Your muscles start to wear out as the day goes on, and you'll start to lose control. You'll start to get more overspray. You'll start to have more issues, and especially over the years, you know, it's repetition becomes issue wearing on your body. So having a whip hose is really good. Getting the 6-foot whip hose is really nice because, like I said, a lot of times you'll be holding one hand holding the line, and then the other one you'll be holding your gun. So I'm holding with my left hand. I'm holding my video camera with my right hand, but normally I would be holding my left hand and holding the hose as I'm spraying. Okay, but when you have a 6-foot line, there's times when you're going to be holding with your right hand a cardboard shield, or your left hand with a cardboard shield, and your right hand you're going to hold the gun. And you want to still maintain that control that you have as if you're holding your line with your other hand. So you're able to do that with a longer whip. So you give yourself that longer whip. It takes some of the weight off of the line. There's less paint inside of there because it's smaller, and it becomes less weight to carry and less repetition on your body. So yeah, you can buy them now. They're available. They're special order. Nobody carries them for some reason, and it's because a lot of guys aren't using them because they don't know what I'm telling you. Is they don't realize that that short whip is going to wear on you. I mean, if you're always using a wand, see, a lot of guys are using spray poles, okay, and they're using spray poles because they think it's faster. You have a lot more overspray you're getting with those poles. So it's better to use a handgun. You get better control. You get better, you know, you're going to have better coverage. You know, with a wand, you're always reaching. So when you get like this, you're painting this side of the stucco, not this side. So what I'm trying to explain, using a wand will actually slow you down and give you less coverage if you're in less quality of work. There's a lot of things that you can, you use them when you need them. That's what I gotta say. Just use a wand when you need a wand, not up for everything because it's easier. It's not. You're costing yourself man hours because you're gonna have to go back over things twice that you could have just shot once. If you could cover it better, because you have better gun control. So having that 6-foot whip, another big time trick of a painter. The longer whip gives you better control. Anyway, I just thought I'd put that in there since we found the part number. I was talking to I said, hey dude, how come they don't make 6-foot whips anymore? But they do. So apparently just nobody carries them because most people are not knowing that using gun control is so important, and so much better for coverage and so much better for, that's why guys like me use the 6-foot. Where I've been using that for years. I've always had a 6-foot whip, but I haven't bought one in a while because, again, I don't spray much and my stuff's all inside. It doesn't get all decrepit from sitting outside like it used to. So anyway, obviously this is inside one of the compartments in my truck. So anyway, I decided to make that video for you. Talk to you in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe.